goals as the outcome, and now looking at how a leader should actually work towards getting those, achieving. That's the importance of leadership.
RMJ Nexus, global we rise. RMJ Nexus, reaching the skies. Move a purpose, lead the way, we building tomorrow, starting today. We are the spark, we are the light, turning ideas into action bright. With every mind and every hand, we build the future across the land. From training rooms to digital dreams, we power people, we strengthen team. With PSG and AI in motion, we move the world with bold devotion. Integrity in every stride, excellence we carry with pride. Collaboration lights our way, collaboration wins the day. Rise, rise, RMJ Nexus, rise. Together we shine, together we fly. Global vision, future strong, this is our journey, this is our song. Rise, rise, with passion and fire, lifting the nation, reaching higher. RMJ Nexus, shining through, the future begins with me and you. We lead with knowledge, we grow with heart, transforming lives, playing our part for business, talent, and sustainability. We create impact with responsibility, with strategy to execute. We bring intelligent solutions with every program, every stage. We turn a new and brighter page. One mission, one energy, one team, one destiny. Empower minds, unlock the way. RMJ Nexus leads the day. Rise, RMJ Nexus, rise. Together we shine, together we fly. Global vision, future strong. This is our journey, this is our song. Rise, with passion and fire, lifting the nation, reaching higher. The Nexus shining through, the future begins with me and you. Nexus, global we rise. RMJ Nexus, reaching the skies. Energy, impact, future in view. RMJ Nexus, we lead with you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and very good morning to everyone. Can I get thumbs up if the mic okay? Mic check up, camera okay? Everyone can hear? Just okay. I just want to check. Can you see the video just now? That is our RMJ anthem. All right. Let me start again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and very good morning to everyone. On behalf of RMJ Nexus Global, I am pleased to welcome all participants to today's RMJ National Training Week 2026 program entitled CAPM Examination Preparation, your first step into project management. My name is Azhar. It is my pleasure to serve as MC for today's session. Projects are everywhere. They shape the way organizations introduce new systems, delivery service, organize events, develop infrastructure, and create improvement across different industries. However, for those who are new to project management, preparing for Certified Associate in Project Management or CAPM examination can sometimes feel overwhelming. There may be too many terms, books, and resources, but no clear study direction. Today's program is designed to provide participants with a structured starting point. The session will introduce the CAPM pathway, project management fundamental, predictive and agile approaches, business analysis concept, and practical strategy for exam preparation. Participants will also gain an overview of CAPM examination structure and learn how to move beyond simply memorizing definition towards understanding how project management concepts are applied in real situations. By the end of the session, we hope participants will have a clearer understanding of project management, greater confidence in beginning their CAPM journey, and a more practical direction for their future study plan. Before we begin, may I kindly request all participants to keep their microphone muted during this session. If you have questions, and you may submit it in chat box. I will address to the speaker later on. It depends on the speaker if she wants to answer directly or compile it later on the end of session. I'm welcoming. I'm inviting everyone to open up switch on, buka camera, switch on the camera. Later on, at the end of the session, we'll have a photo session. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great pleasure to introduce our trainer for today, Madam Shamala Devi and Gurunathan. Madam Shamala is an experienced trainer, project management practitioner, solution architect, and consultant with more than 20 years of experience in information technology, project delivery, and digital transformation. Throughout her career, she has managed and contributed to projects involving enterprise system, cloud solution, software development, data migration, business intelligence, and digital transformation across industry, including banking, government, healthcare, logistics, education, and agriculture. She has also led professional training and certification program, including an industry development initiative that prepared approximately 200 participants in software development and project management. Madam Shamala is a PMI certified associate in project management or CAPM and also holds professional certification in ITIL, Microsoft Technology, and Artificial Intelligence. She has been a HRD Corp accredited trainer since 2007 and is experienced in training, coaching, mentoring professional, graduates, and inspiring project practitioner. Her ability to connect examination knowledge with real organizational and project delivery experience make her well placed in guide and to guide us to the first step of our CAPM and project management journey. I would like to express my appreciation, my thank to Madam Shamala for joining us for today, for taking her own sweet time, her own time to share her professional knowledge, practical experience, and valuable guidance with all our participants. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm virtual welcome to our trainer, Madam Shamala Devi and Gurunathan. Without further ado, Madam Shamala, the virtual floor is yours.
Sorry. Thank you, Azhar. Thank you very much. Wow, I have big shoes to fill. Right. But yeah, that's my journey. Yeah, that's been my journey. Okay, so just give me a second. Thank you. All right. Okay, so I'm glad to see all of you here. How many are there now, Azhar? Can you please let me know? Oh, 79. Nice number. Okay, shall we get started? Now, CAPM is something that is going to add a whole lot of value to your life today. All right, and let's take our first path into project management. First of all, can you hear me clearly? Can I see a show of hands? Yeah, a thumbs up? Right. Good. Okay. So perhaps you'd like to comment. I'd like to know as well, as we go through, I'll have a look at your chat responses. What industry are you coming from? Are you coming here for career growth, or you want to have exam confidence, or you want to build on your project skills? Just give me a little information about you, so that I can cater to your needs. Career growth, project skill, healthcare. Learn what? Okay. Abdul Qayyum Nakyuddin, you'll be surprised how many doctors come to me actually for project management, especially in CAPM, right? Nowadays, construction, perfect. Okay. Marine construction, okay. Manufacturing, okay. Supply chain, yes. All right, great. System development, right. So can CAPM bring benefit to you from so many diverse domains? Yes, yes. Especially now with the newest version 7 and above of the CAPM syllabus, it can benefit anybody and everybody from various domains, right? Project skill, okay. Bagus, bagus. A little bit of Malay here and there, okay? I hope you don't mind. Right. Okay, this is about me. Yes, I am a seasoned mentor in project management. I've done lots of projects. I am a business owner, and I also train. And these three tracks have been running simultaneously pretty much from the beginning of my career, right? So I bring to the table whatever I have, I will share with you, right? Okay, and I have mentored, yes, cohorts for CAPM. I also do ITIL, right? As well as, well, basically technical, Microsoft, Oracle, the whole works, right? I do come from the IT industry. However, the skills that we bring today with CAPM is not just for IT, neither is it just for construction, but it's for everywhere where you need to manage people, right? Right. Okay, so the aim for what we're doing here, the aim of CAPM is not just to get you to pass exams. Yes, passing exams is very important because you need that paper, and I'll show you my paper afterwards, right? You need to pass the paper, and it brings you value when you sit in a room full of other people, okay, vying for the same job. Then it brings you value. But more important than passing the exam is exactly understanding what project management is all about, being able to use the tools expertly and wisely. All right. So that is the main value that you will get from CAPM, right? Okay. So this webinar is done as affiliation with RMJ Nexus Global. So we are working together, and we want to bring you value. Okay, I'll talk about value a lot. Okay. I come from service industry, so it's always value, value, value. Anyway, project management is about bringing value, which you will see very soon. All right. Okay, let's continue. Another big value that you will get from here is that you're not just going to be trained for CAPM, okay, but we're going to give you a companion pack. Okay, let me give you an analogy for this. Imagine you're being trained to be a carpenter, right? So you learn all the carpentry tricks of the trade, how to do everything, right? And then at the end of the course, you also get a toolkit, a toolbox, fully, okay, fully, everything is there. Whatever you need is all there. Okay, so you get a toolkit. So just like that, in this course, you will not just learn the skills, the knowledge, and the know-how about project management, you will also be given a toolkit with all the templates that you will need in your journey as a project manager, right? That Let me share something here. In the days that I started project management, we sort of like learn on the job. There's a lot of OJT going on there, right? And sometimes you felt that you had a need for something, but of course internet was not so great then, and it was difficult to get the tools. You had to figure things out by yourself. You had to create your own templates. But nowadays we have this, and more so now, we are going to provide you with these tools. So as you walk, you are ready. All the tools are in your hands for almost every situation that you will encounter, right? Okay, so let's proceed, right? This is our this one today. Okay, let's move into the pain points, right? I know a whole lot of you would have this pain point. I want CAPM, but I don't know where to start. Because number one, there's too many terms. I agree. There's too many books. Yes. Too many videos. A lot of micro learning, yes, but there's just too much. Which one do I actually follow? Do I really need to see all of this? Okay, and there's no clear study path. Yes, I agree with all these pain points. Okay, so what we are facing nowadays is over information. Okay, there's a lot of data compared to those days when I started off in my career. It was very difficult to get information. Today, the problem is you got too much information, right? Okay, but what we will do for you is, yes, there are many terms. Yes, you don't have to go many books. One or two is all you need. One is the official, what you call PMBOK, PMBOK. All right, Project Management Body of Knowledge. It's about 300 plus pages. And yes, please, you will have to go through that to know the depth and the breadth of what you need to know. However, okay, I mean, when I do the course, I actually give you um, a much larger set of slides, but that actually has everything you need to understand um, uh, what is needed for your exam. The slides are not just self-explanatory, but I will actually go through them step by step to get you to understand what project management is all about. All right. So there is a large body of knowledge. Now, what you need to know is, what is the pattern behind this? What is the link between all the modules? What are the components? Basically, you need something like a mind map, which we're coming to shortly, right? I will show you that. That's pain point number one. We'll answer that. Okay. Pain point number two. PM concepts feel simple until the questions test the application. I know project managers, many years, seasoned project managers, okay, they're like, oh, I've done all this. And then they go for the exam and then they come back deflated. The balloon bursts. Okay, because the PMI standard of project management is very, very high. And it's not just covering, what you might do on a day-to-day basis. It goes in depth, right? So you really will benefit with a lot of guidance and finding out exactly the depth and the breadth of project management. All right. Okay, so CAPM questions, they don't just ask for definitions. It's not who are stakeholders, right? We're coming to that. What is a stakeholder, right? What is the difference between adaptive and predictive project management? No, it will be very tricky, and it will ask you to go beyond definitions beyond how to say what I would like to say tersurat tersirat. It's not just the what is tersurat. You have to see that tersirat. So there are times, I'm talking about the exam here, right? Okay, there are times in the exam where you actually have to sit back and think, what kind of environment is this? What exactly are they asking me? Okay, and then only you can answer the questions. Otherwise, you'll be very lost, right? So that they test whether you can recognize what would be the right approach in that particular context. They're basically making you think in a very short time. Okay, just to let you know, it is 150 questions in 180 minutes. But don't worry, if you have your understanding well grounded, well defined, you really understand what project management is all about from end to end. Okay, like I finished I had about more than half an hour left. Okay, you can finish, no problem. You go, pop, 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 boleh jalan. Okay, all right. Okay, so one scenario over here. Okay, the term. We're talking about a lot of terms, right? What is a stakeholder? Okay, that's just one term, right? Stakeholder. But if you notice, a lot of people talk about, oh, the stakeholder, I have to talk to the stakeholder, I have to, come up with the stakeholder register and all that. Do you really know who is a stakeholder? Okay. And do you really know who you should engage, when you should engage, why you should engage them? That's the context. Okay. Stakeholder is everybody that has to do with the project. Yeah, but who? Exactly, which I'm going to answer shortly. And when and why? And do we have to engage all of them? So all those are decisions that you need to make. The project team should understand which stakeholders to reach out to, when, why, and what do you do next after you reach out to them. So it's not just stakeholder, but there's a lot of associated concepts, this is associated decisions that have to be made. All right, this is just one aspect, right? So today's webinar, I'm going to get you to start thinking. You're not going to memorize words, but you're going to start looking for patterns. And you can start looking for patterns when you start to get a better understanding, right? Let's continue. So some common blind spots that a lot of people who try, not just CAPM, a lot of exams, but in this context, CAPM, they encounter is, number one, they skip topics. They feel it's boring. I don't understand. It doesn't relate to me. Macam di awang-awangan, tak faham. Tak faham maka tak nampak. Tak nak nampak. All right. So you skip topics because they feel irrelevant or boring. Okay. No. Everything that's there in the PMI context has value. I always talk about value, yeah. Okay, it has value. So try to go beyond just the words. Okay, and that's what I try to help you. I try to take you beyond just the words. I give context to the words. And normally what I do is I like storytelling. So I give stories so that you have a better understanding. Okay, this has been from my experience. Okay, sometimes I have to train people who are going to retire next year. All right, and they are like, please get me out of this room. And for instance, I give you an instance. There was this group of surveyors. All right, they're going to retire next year, but they have to learn Oracle, highly technical, because JUPEM was implementing a geo tracking system for mapping, right? So all these people have to come for training. So what I had to do was to make sure these guys actually got value from their course. I took all the material and turned them into stories, right? So for every subject, there was a story, and end of the day, achieve my objective. Okay, everybody understood, everybody really enjoyed the course. So that's what I like to bring to you. Okay, you should enjoy the learning, right? Okay, the other thing is you do practice questions without analyzing why answers are wrong. There are a lot of dumps out there. All right. And let me tell you, nowadays, dumps, what they do is they purposely give wrong answers so that they don't go out of business. So you'll find that out of, say, 10 questions, 8 might be correct and 2 would be wrong. So it's good. Don't get me wrong. Please take the dumps and practice because it's great for practice. But don't memorize them because you are not going to achieve a pass for sure. All right. Next, you have confusing predictive, agile, and business analysis concepts. Yes. Let me put it this way. If you have a string, agile is at one end and predictive is at the other. Okay. And you have stuff in the middle. Okay. So if you don't understand this, it looks like two very different, very, um, very different concepts. And you wonder, why do I need this? It's not relevant. Okay. So later I will explain to you why it is relevant, very relevant. And because in CAPM, you're going to be tested on both, it is a super value because you are going to understand project management from end to end. Okay. And why do we need business analysis? How does that tie into all this? I'll explain that as well in a bit. All right. The next common blind spot would be there's no feedback loop before the exam date. Yeah, you're given some instruction, and then you're given the books and all the best for your exam. No. So here we will do a feedback loop before the exam so that you can clarify any doubts you have and get a refinement on your understanding as well. Yeah. All right. So this is the RNJ approach. We'll give you guided clarity. We will give you a book, an AI companion, and we will give you feedback all the way, handhold you till your exam. Right? Okay. Or same. Okay. And this is what we're going to go through. It's okay. Let me get to the meat. All right. This is me. Same person. All right. Yes, I'm certified CAPM, PMP, ITIL, IT, many IT, Microsoft and all that. I have that. And digital transformation as well as AI. All right. I'm already certified in that as well. Yes, I'm a digital transformation specialist. I am a very experienced trainer. Okay. And I absolutely love mentoring and coaching. All right. And I'm very passionate about empowering professionals and students. Okay. Yeah, this one I think Azhar already covered very much. Let me continue. Right. Okay. So as I said, come learn with me. Let's enjoy this journey together. Okay. I'll bring you my experience to the table. I bring you in the form of stories. Let's have fun and learn CAPM, pass the exam, and be firmly on the path to project management success. Yeah. Let's continue. Okay, so again, remember, CAPM is not just passing the exam. It's preparing you to contribute, to collaborate, and definitely to create impact in real projects. Yeah? So yeah, let's build your future together. Okay, so we will look at what is project management, what is CAPM, why it matters, who should take it, and an overview, the exam, how we will help you, and next steps. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into the meat. We're talking about project management. Now, CAPM stands for Certified Associate in Project Management. All right. What are projects? Where are projects? Where do we see projects? We see them everywhere. You can see them in infrastructure, okay? Brick and mortar, bridges, that's a bridge, bridges, roads, buildings, townships, right? There's plenty of projects over there. Some of these are by private companies like, say, SP Satya, and a whole lot of these projects are, like by the government, Malaysian government does a lot of projects. So that's one. Technology. So if infrastructure is brick and mortar, physical projects, technology is also building projects, but that's in cyberspace, right? Okay. I'm making a lot of definition between these two, infrastructure and technology, because infrastructure gave birth to predictive, and technology, especially IT, gave birth to agile. Okay, itu ibu dengan bapa dia. Okay, so infrastructure gave birth to predictive, and technology IT gave birth to agile. So we'll need to understand a little bit about that. I will come to that later. All right. Where else do we have projects? Plenty of projects in healthcare. All right. Implementing a new device, doing robotic surgery, setting up the systems for a robotic surgery. Who would be your team members? Doctors, surgeons, right? Robotics experts, somebody to handle data, somebody to handle cybersecurity, somebody to handle the networks, plenty, hardware, all that. So healthcare is right now, I will say, exploding in terms of application of project management. All right. It's happening at a very rapid pace in healthcare, in education, always, and events as well. Event management is project management. But is it only there? No. I know project managers. Let me give you, I told you I like to tell stories, right? I know project managers who approach their own wedding as a project, and it turned out into successes. Okay. I personally have done this, all right, because I've done project management. There was a situation where I became extremely busy and extremely, how to say, short of time and ability to handle my home. I have 4 kids, right? So I have two girls and 2 boys. My 2 girls kind of picked up from me in terms of life skills like cooking, right? But now I need to make my boys to cook, and they're all like approaching teens, right? Preteen and teen. And my boys refused. Oh, this is for girls. I said, no such thing. I need them to also know how to cook. Get thrown into a jungle, at least you need to know how to survive. So I approached that as a project as well. And guess what? Today, my 2 boys cook very well. My best friend tells me they cook better than her. Okay, success. Yeah. So effective project management, what it does is it turns ideas, concepts, wants, desires, goals into value, and it makes a real impact. Okay. So let's see. Now let's go. What is project management? We talked about projects a little bit. Now, what is project management? Okay, project management means you apply the knowledge that you have, the tools that you have, the skills that you've acquired, and techniques that you learned, okay, in order to make the project a success. Okay. And every project has requirements. That's the main thing. You need to do some work, right? Some work that brings some value at the end. So what is the work? What is the depth and the scope of the work? How much time do we have to do this work? All right, that's the next one. Scope, time, cost. How much will it cost to do this work? And to what level of quality do we need to ensure this work is performed? Okay, to actually bring the quality, to bring the value. What are the resources we need? Do we need people? Do we need equipment? Do we need raw materials? What else do we need? What tools we need? All right. And now this is becoming more evident, okay, in the world at large, in the industries. They are becoming more, how to say, aware and sensitive that scope, time, cost, quality, and resources are not the only things that make up the boundaries of projects or the requirements of projects, but very much so customer satisfaction. And we'll come to that too shortly. All right. Okay. Now, the project that we manage, what do we want to do for it? We want to deliver value and we want to achieve the intended outcomes. All right. Not just outputs, outcomes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there's a question here. What's the assessment on the feasibility of a project before we start? I mean, simple assessment when we strike an idea for a project. Awesome. Thank you. That is basically the driver for the project, okay, which is the feasibility assessment. Now, who would do that? What's that assessment? Is basically the business case. All right. Before you actually do a project, before you actually think whether a project should be done or not, the feasibility should be done by the people in the business. There is a link between business and projects. Projects are driven by business. So the feasibility, finding out the ROI, finding out whether this actually, makes sense. Will this actually benefit us? Benefits assessments. All this is done by the people in charge of the business. Okay, the sponsor, okay, the owner of the company, the owner of the project, they will have to do all this. So basically, it's business case. You have to come up with a business case before you actually have a project. And I'll come back to that too. Thank you for the question. All right. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay, fine. Thank you for the question. All right. So let me go next. Okay. The project manager. Now, for those of whom I train, I like to show them a picture early on where you have this one guy sitting there, or girl, whoever, and they have like so many tentacles, so many hands. Okay, they are in charge of, well, everything. Yeah. Is it same as business requirements? Project requirements are based on business requirements. Yes, the business requirements form the basis for the project requirements. Okay, so the what does the business aspire to achieve? The goals. Okay, that is what drives the project. Of course, once you already have your project charter, okay, then you'll get the actual project requirements. All right. And the business requirements may not just be just for this project. The business may require, let me just give you a simple example. All right. Easy to talk about IT. Yeah, I want to create this gaming app. Yeah, I have a gaming app. The project would be creating a game. All right. But the business would require, you don't just create a game. You need to create awareness about the game. That means you need to have digital marketing. You need to have a whole lot of money put into marketing to make people aware about the games, to get into certain forums and sites and, really war-warkan that this game is coming, and then you want to have beta testing. There's a whole lot of things that the business requires, not just the project of creating the game. Yeah. So in fact, each one of those would be a separate project by itself. Okay, which end of the day we can actually consider it like a program, right? So the business drives the project, not the other way around. All right. Let me continue. Okay, the role of a project manager. A project manager plays multiple roles. So you must wear many hats. You must be ready to wear many hats. Okay, the planner, you're a planner. You set the direction. It's very important that you are very clear about what you need to do and put the pieces in place. You are able to decompose highly conceptual goals into plans and set the plan in motion, and not just set the plan in motion, execute it, yes, and monitor and control it all the way until its successful completion. And then you are the last person on the ship, yeah, you are doing the closing. So normally project management, you initiate the project, you plan the project, you execute the project, you manage, monitor and control the project, and then you close it. Okay, so there's all these facets. And yeah, so along this, you play plenty of roles. You are a planner. Now, you are also a leader, all right? Because yes, your team does the work, but you got to inspire the team as a leader. So you don't have to use power to get people to work for you. Okay, you use influence. That's where your skill as a leader comes in. All right. Communicator, you have to be on the ball, being able to communicate, right? Because communication is key towards the full success of your project, right? You have to be a problem solver. There is always, and I can tell you that there's always something or other that will go wrong, no matter how perfect your plan is, right? So problem solving has to be like, second nature. That comes with experience. But we'll give you the tools. We can't teach you experience. We'll give you the tools, right? And you have to deliver. You have to be someone who knows how to close, who has a commitment to deliver, right? There's a question over here. I'm a BA right now. If I take a PM position, how can I differentiate between BA role with PM role so that I will not do BA job into everything? Okay, I understand. I've been there. I totally understand. All right. You do know that there are roles called BA PM, right? You are the BA and the PM. Just ask for more money. Ask for more money because um because yeah, a lot of people now they want you to be BA and PM. All right. Yes. Big projects, you have definition, you have a defined role between BA and PM. All right. So the project manager will know what everybody does. Okay. Procurement, business analysis, the actual technical team and all that. They sit on top, they coordinate all the efforts. However, like I said, nowadays a lot of people, they like BAPMs. Like I said, just ask for more money if they're trying to do that to you. All right. On the other hand, please understand, if you're a PM, you're not in charge of doing business analysis, but you must know how it is done, because when the BA comes to you with the requirements, you should be able to be in a position to advise and even vet through, right? That would be the differentiation. Okay, let's continue, yeah? Okay. Project management creates value. Yes, good project management leads to on-time delivery, within budget, quality results. satisfied stakeholders. Please always note that. That is very important. And business success. Yeah, that's the value that you get. Okay, and nowadays, a lot of organizations, they need people who can do this. They can deliver projects, they can manage teams and stakeholders, they can adapt to change, right? And they can drive innovation and they can create real impact. In fact, a lot of people whom I know, whom I train nowadays, they are actually moving away from, let me put it this way, jobs that AI has taken over to jobs that need human skills. Okay, and no matter where you go, whichever domain, project management will be something that I don't think AI can take over. Don't worry. So by putting yourself, aligning yourself towards being a project manager, you are in the humanities, firmly in the humanities, and I think you can be quite, sure that your job is not going to be taken over by AI. I'm talking from my AI experience, yeah. So what does this mean? Let me go a little, I digress a little bit into AI. AI will take over all those jobs that are repetitive, manual, that can be done by automation. But AI will not be able to take over those jobs that require a human touch, that require strategic thinking, that require interpersonal skills. They can't, right? So if you start your journey into project management, you have put yourself well into that domain. Yeah. So it's a good idea to go into project management. Okay. So what you'll get today, you will understand the CAPM exam structure and format. You will learn some core PM fundamentals based on PM Box 7. 7th edition is the current version. You'll get practical tips to prepare smart and study effectively. I'll do that for you. You will build more confidence to take your first step into project management. And after this, okay, after the webinar, you can experience RMJ Nexus AI Companion Pack, a preview, just a preview of that. All right. Okay, what you won't get in this webinar, it is it's an hour plus, right? So I can't deep dive into a lot of formulas and calculations. There are a lot. I would like to tell you, project management is an art and a science. Okay? So there is science involved in it. There is math involved in it. Okay? Some people love math, some people absolutely hate it. But hey, it's a fact of life. All right? You pergi pasar pun kena kira juga. Betul tak? So memang kena kira. Okay? So you have formulas and calculations, and these are basically, they're just a whole lot of tools that give you feedback for you to make decisions, for analysis. So there's a lot of formulas. Don't worry. Once you understand, it's easy to remember. All right. You're not going to get the full predictive tools and the advanced templates at this point. Okay. But, join the course and we'll pass it to you. You will not get detailed sprint and iteration planning information or how it's exactly done in detail, but that will be covered too. The mock exam with review walkthrough, you will get that at the end of the course. We'll give you a mock for you to practice. And definitely, macam buat soalan tahun lepas, every exam we do that. And you'll get you don't get in this webinar, the AI companion pack. And on complex scenarios, we're not doing live Q&A. We'll go for simple ones first. Yeah. But at the end of the course, we will do the mock together and we will discuss complex scenarios, real life scenarios. Yeah. And how you should, approach your decisions in those scenarios. All right. And this will be covered in our 5-day live program. Right. Yep. I want to show you the certificate. So this is the certificate, and no need to show other people's certificate sample. This is mine. Okay, that's what it looks like. That's what the cert looks like. Comes from PMI. Yeah, that's me. Yes, I'm growing old. All right, so I need specs. Fine. Okay, so the exam report, I want to show you something here. Now, there are 4 parts. Okay, nak angkat baku sikit lah. Okay, above target, yeah. All right, which is what I want to pass to you, which is what I want you to do. I want you to be above target as well. The moment you understand, you will be above target. All right, you will not have chinks in your armor. The moment you really understand what project management is all about. Right? Especially in the context of what PMI wants or, is trying to teach you. Right. So mine is above target, and take a look on the right. There's a diagram on the right. There are 4 domains. Can you see that? Project management fundamentals and core concepts, predictive plan-based methodologies, agile frameworks methodologies, and business analysis frameworks. So these are the 4 pillars. 4 turus, 4 turus dalam CAPM. All right. I'm happy to say I have above target. So I can teach you very well. All right. Okay, let me go. In relation to this, let me go to the next slide. Now, this is a mind map. Actually, we give you, all right, as a basis for your mind map. Now, I like to tell my CAPM students, please use this as a basis for your own prep. Okay, for each section, expand it. As you study, expand it. Now, CAPM is made up of 4 parts, as you see here, the same 4 parts. You have PM fundamentals and core concepts. You have predictive plan-based methodologies, agile frameworks and methodologies, and business analysis frameworks. Maybe I should tell you some history here, okay? In the past, zaman-zaman dulu, right? CAPM and PMP. Okay, after this, I'll come to PMP as well, okay? All right, I'm sure you've heard of PMP. So CAPM and PMP only tested on the top 2, the one on the left and the one on the right. Fundamentals and core concepts and predictive plan-based methodologies or waterfall. All right. But over the years, what they did was they added courses for agile. Right. Kalau nak ambil exam bayar lain-lain ke? Tak. Itu yang cantiknya. Bukan. The 4 pillar is all covered in the one CAPM exam. Okay? That's why I'm saying CAPM is value for you. Last time, people did PMP or CAPM, you did only waterfall. And then on the side, you have to learn your agile, you have to get certified for your agile separately. In version 7 by PMI, they have merged the 2. Okay, so core concepts is there, predictive is there. Now they have merged it with agile, so you get full value. Plus, they have pulled out. Last time, business analysis was a part of predictive, one module. Now they have pulled it out and it becomes a part by itself. What's the rationale here? Why did they do that? Why they did that is for agile and actually even for predictive, as we saw earlier, the project, it is to fulfill requirements, right? So the most important thing that you need to know, your skill for gaining requirements, and that is business analysis. All right. So if you see, can you see the numbers over there? 36%, 17%, 20%, and 27%. That's how you'll be tested on the exam. All right. 36% will come out from core concepts, which will cover all, whether it's predictive or agile. Okay, 17% from predictive, where last time it was a whole lot more, okay, when it was waterfall only based. 20% is from agile, and 27% is from business analysis frameworks. One more reason why business analysis frameworks is getting so much attention over here is because in Agile, we base the entire methodology on what we call as the requirements, or we call them as user stories. That forms the basis of how you want to exactly run your sprints, run your whole project, okay, where you come up to for MVP. So without doing your user stories properly, which is your requirements, your project tak jalan, susah mau jalan. Boleh faham? So business analysis has now come out to be an entity by itself, one pillar by itself. Okay, so these are the 4 pillars that you need to master actually, in order to be a successful project manager as well as pass your exam. Yeah, currently CAPM use PMBOK 7 or 8. We're still using 7. Okay, I'm sure we're moving into 8 already. All right, but don't worry. It's the next versions. I can tell you what would happen would be, okay, it'll be like this. If you get certified in 7, all right, you just need to update your PDUs, and PDUs is a professional development unit. Okay, that means you take courses. Okay, you take courses, and the next, how do I say this? The next in the horizon is AI. Okay, so where you want to merge all this with AI, okay, as a tool to enable you to do project management successfully. And same like how last time before version 7, you had the previous versions where it was waterfall, and then on the side you did agile. Now they merge together. So now you do 7, and then on the side you do AI, and then sometime in future they will merge together. Okay, so no need to worry. You don't have to probably take separate exams, or even if you do, it will be like a very small, short, not so expensive one. All right, that's how they upskill you in PMI. No need to worry. All right, you do 7, and you will be in line with your PDUs as if you have done 8 when it comes. Boleh faham? All right. Where to take the CAPM exam and how much the fees? Okay, so the fees are, I think I sent you guys the recent one. You just, maybe you can put it over there. All right. Azhar will put it in the chat. You will see because it is USD again. So let me give you the latest numbers. Thank God right now Malaysian currency a bit cantik. So let's hope it stays that way. Okay, against the USD. Where to take the CAPM exam? You can take it at any training provider that has this one for VUE Prometric. But I think the best way to take it is online. You can just go to PMI, register, PMI site, you register, free only, register. And then after that, you apply to go for your CAPM exam. You pay for it, schedule it, and just sit in the comfort of your home. Done, online, proctored. All right. But before you go for the exam, you have to show 23 hours that you have sat for, or, you've gone for the CAPM training. That's what RMG Nexus is going to give you. And we're not just going to give you 23. Okay, 23 means, you see, like 8 days, 8 hours per day times 3 is 24, but we're giving you 5. Okay, not cukup syarat, but actually want to make sure that you are really there, right? So you need to give that cert from RMJ Nexus in that PMI, the site, and then you'll be able to take the exam. Just take it online. Senang saja. Yes, apa dia? No, bukan ini. Bukan ini. Just the exam punya price. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, fine. Okay, so these are, if you see this one slide, you have all these parts, right? If predictive in those days, we have not only this, now itself, you have to cover, please go to the next one, don't see integration on top. Okay, this is how I like to say it. You have scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality management, risk management, communication management, procurement management, that means actually buying or renting the things you need, stakeholder management, WBS, work breakdown structure, which is part of actually schedule, and project controls. And putting all this together, or making sure that everything works properly, is integration management. That's predictive. All right. And then for agile, you need to understand what are the principles behind agile. Why do we have agile in the first place? Right? And which I will explain shortly. Okay, the planning for agile, project tracking, and agile versus predictive. What's the difference? What's the similarities? Why do we need this? Why do we need that? If fail first attempt, repeat kena bayar on same fee. Bagus, tanya tu. Okay, tak apa. Sebab susah juga, betul. Saya faham. No. If you fail on the first exam, first attempt, I think the next attempt is much less. I think about it comes up to 500 ringgit second attempt, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not so much. It's only a fraction of the original. And if I'm not mistaken, you have a year to repeat. You can repeat 2 times. If you still fail, there is a duration that you have to wait. If I'm not mistaken, about 6 months or another year. I think 6 months. 6 months. Yeah, 6 months before you can take the third attempt. Okay. Got discount for member. PMI member? Yes. If you decide to become a PMI member, now you can register at PMI for free, but you can get membership. And if you get membership at PMI, Project Management Institute, they have a Malaysian charter. All right. So if you become a member, yes, they give you discount on the exam itself. Quite a bit. So actually it makes sense lah. You jadi member lagi bagus lah. All right. You dapat discount, and then you get a lot of extras. You get to go to seminars and this and that and all that. Every time they'll keep blasting you with all the whatever the members get lah. Which is good for your for your upskilling, for networking, macam-macam ada. Member ada yuran tahunan. Ya, member ada yuran tahunan. Ini semua you pergi dekat pmi.org terus nampak. Memang ada. pmi.org. Okay? Right. Oh, ni Azhar dah bagi. Long link. Aku cakap pmi.org je. You pmi.org terus sudah pergi sana. Okay? Alright. Okay. I tengok ada orang dah mula tengok pun. Okay, tak apa. Bagus. Right. Back to English. Okay. Now, I told you project management is a science and an art. Yeah? Okay, so I give you a simple idea. This is the science of it. Okay, in project management, there is you will see a lot of sigmoid curves. Sigmoid means the S curve. S-curve, sigmoid curves. Memang banyak. Okay. Orang yang buat data science ke, buat statistik ke, okay, you will understand what's a sigmoid curve, this S-curve. And in project management, okay, this is the science of it. Okay, what am I looking at? I'll just give you some, not deep dive, just giving you an idea. What am I looking at here? Okay, I have this project. It starts in January. It's supposed to end in September. Tengok dekat bawah sana dia kata plan complete kan? Plan complete September. So it's supposed to start in January and supposed to finish in September. So my original curve, if you see it's an S curve. Why is it an S curve? Because when you start, you're doing planning, you're not using a lot of expenditure. you're not using a lot of resources. You might have a few people associated with the project doing the work of planning, initiating, coming up with the project charter. Tak ramai. Alright. Dan tak banyak sangat kerja. Okay. So the curve is very landai, right? And then once your project management plan, let's say it's a predictive or waterfall, once your project management plan has been approved, then you actually start mobilizing all your resources and work gets going. And that's where you have the curve goes up like that, because that's the majority of work, the majority of cost, okay, being executed at that time. And then again, at the end of it, once all the things are done, once everything's been developed and most things are fine, you're closing off. You're closing all the loops, all the fine tuning, whatever and all that, maybe using testers and stuff. Right. So it jadi landai lagi sekali. So that's a S curve. So if you see the blue line, that was your plan. All right. You plan from January to September, the blue line. All right. But right now, let's say you are at June. No, we are at July, but here, according to the graph, you are at June. Okay. Now, at June, okay, if you see the green line, that's called earn value. That means the actual value of the work that has been done. As I said, project means you've got work to be done. So what is the value of the work to be done at that cost? 40,000, sorry. All right. And what is the, that value lah, value dia 40,000. What is the cost that was expended to get that 40,000? Oh, cost dia 60,000. Nampak? All right. Dan dari situ, from there, using the same, the sigmoid curve, basically is the mathematics kan? All right, you can get macam y equals to mx plus c kan? That is a linear curve regression. This is sigmoid. So using the same formula, you can find when will we really finish this, okay, and how much will it cost at the end. Okay, so you actually look at estimated complete. Can you see at the bottom there, estimated? You will not complete in September. You will complete in November. And what's your cost going to be like? Your cost is going to be, instead of you plan for 70,000, it is going to be 80,000. So this is the science of it, and we will teach you how to do this. Okay? No big deal. It's a lot of calculations saja, tapi it's very, very valuable for you, for your sponsor, and for all the other stakeholders. Okay? For you to do this calculation and show it to them and present to them. And try to make some decision how to handle this. That means at June, you know you're going to be over budget and you're going to be late. All right? Unjuran, boleh buat unjuran, predictions. So that's the science of it, which you need to know. Next. How much time left to attend the exam after fulfilling the credit hours? Is it a month or a week? Huh? Okay. After you fulfill the credit hours, a month or a week? No. I think you have about a year. Okay. They don't make you do the exam like a month or a week. It's not a crash. You need to really prep. You need to really understand. You need to be fully prepared before you take the CAPM exam. And possibly, if you can, start applying what you learned in a real work environment. And then I'll tell you, you are totally prepared to take the CAPM exam. Okay, if you can. All right. It's not like it's not like school. You just, they teach you something within 1 week, you got a mug and no, not necessarily. All right. I know that some establishments, they actually give subsidy to learn project management, CAPM and all that. And then they expect you to take within a month or a week or, whatever quantum there. That's probably because of their KPI. Okay. But if you take a CAPM, it's should be your KPI and your preparedness, right? If project completion extended, also need to include in X curve, S curve. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one of your tools for continually monitoring. Yes. Must intern first after learn. It's good. It's good to do that. It's like chicken and egg, I suppose, right? To be able to get your internship, you want to show your CAPM. But to do your CAPM very well, you need to get internship. Okay. No. It's good if you can apply, but if you can, how to say, really pay attention and understand and, absorb what is being taught for you. So then you are prepared with the tools and the knowledge and the skills before you actually go into your internship or a work setting. All right. And then you apply. It's okay. All right. So our goal is to prepare you, okay, whether or not it's in a work setting yet, to prepare you so that you can pass the CAPM as well as being adept at project management. Okay, that's our task. Itu mandate kita. All right, so come back to this. I told you it's a science and an art. The art of it. Remember just now we talked about who are stakeholders, right? A lot of people will say, oh, the project sponsor, my project team, the few people around who are, in charge of giving us some requirements. No. Okay. Stakeholders are anybody who or any entity that affects the project and is affected by the project, and both positively as well as negatively. That's why you can see over here, you have two arrows going in, one happy face, one not so happy face. And then you have two arrows going out, one happy face, one not so happy face. Okay. So the first happy face and not so happy face are affecting your project. That means they have some influence or some power or some way of, making your project a success or a failure. Right. On the other hand, if your project is a success or a failure, you have people who are going to be happy and you are having entities that are going to be not so happy. So as a project manager, you need to keep this in mind when you are looking for who are your stakeholders. So this is a very good idea to have. People or entities that are affecting the project and being affected by the project positively and negatively. Let's take an example. Okay, let's say I like Kuantan, okay? Just went there for a holiday. I love to go to Kuantan. Okay, let's say now I am going to build, okay, somebody is prepared. Okay, my sponsor wants to build a high-rise building right next to a particular stretch of beach at Kuantan. Okay, who would be the stakeholders? Obviously, the sponsor and his company, right? And it would be the project team that's going to build this. Okay, it's going to be, let's say me as a project manager. I'm also a stakeholder. Yeah, okay, and my project team. All right, and who else? Is that all? Okay, so that project is going to happen at a beachfront. Okay, the local council that gives permits, they are a stakeholder because they both can affect the project and they maybe also be affected by the project because they will get income from parking, from shops that's going to come up in the area. Speaking of shops, the people in that area, they are also stakeholders because they might, sekarang ada high rise nak datang dekat sini, kita boleh buat kedai dekat tepi-tepi, buat duit, so they're also stakeholders. Who else? It's by the beachfront. Now this is a construction project, so the environmental activists, environmental persatuan and all that, and including ministries that have to do with environmental impact, they are also stakeholders because they're going to look at how is this going to affect the beachfront. So just to give you an idea, can you understand this? So there's businesses that are stakeholders, the government is a stakeholder, the local council is a stakeholder as well. Now, why do we want to look at all these parties? Because you don't want at the end of the project some party to come and say, my interest was not taken care of, and then your project goes into jeopardy, right? So in the beginning itself, you want to identify all the stakeholders, and then you rank the stakeholders by influence, by interest, by their needs, okay? By many things. We will rank them, and then some of them we will take them KIV, put them aside, or just inform them as necessary. The others we take care of hands-on. All right. So stakeholder itself, kita cakap tu stakeholder, tapi ada banyak kerja dekat sana. So that's the art of it. Because when you talk about stakeholders, mainly it's people. So then you have people skills. Your leadership skill comes in, your negotiation skills comes in, your conflict management definitely comes in, right? So there's many skills. So stakeholder itself has a lot of context around it, right? This is what I like to tell some stories and get you to understand. All right. Okay, so I gave you a little bit about the science of it, and this is about the art of it. Let's go next. What's the link with business? The business, as we just now somebody asked me, business requirements. Is it the same as project requirements? Okay, so the business and business goals drive the project. The project gives back to the business economic value and growth. All right. So let's make a difference, slight difference here. It's basically a strategic alignment between the business and the project. The goals of the business, okay, for the goals of the business, the projects make these goals into real action. Okay. And basically the project must give value back, right? Project is temporary. It has a start, it has an end, it creates the value and then finish the project. The business goes on and on and on and on and on. All right. So the business continues forever. We actually call that BAU, business as usual. All right. So there is a very strong link between the business and the project. As a project manager, you have to keep this in mind that whatever is happening with the project, the success and the failure of this project will affect the business. Okay. Methodologies, basically, everybody talks about predictive and adaptive. Predictive is waterfall, adaptive is agile, and understand that in real life, you can have both. For instance, if somebody is building a prototype or a car, a new car, all right, everybody knows how to create ICE cars. But nowadays, the buzzword for sustainability is EV cars. Yeah. So EV cars, you need to do some R&D. So building the car, the chassis and parts and all that, that is something that everybody knows. It's a certain thing. Sejak zaman berzaman, orang dah bina cars, yes? Or bina kereta. So that is something that can be predictive. But the R&D needed to do the EV part, that can be done agile. So nowadays, a lot of projects are actually hybrid. They marry both. Okay, so you get the benefit of both. So you should, and there's ways to find out if you are a project manager approaching a new project, should this be predictive? Should this be agile? Or should this be hybrid? And that will be covered in the course, right? Okay, so what's next? Come, continue your journey, all right? After this, I have an intro session, okay, 30 to 60 minutes. and you can do live Q&A. You will get personalized study guidance, and we'll give you a roadmap to CAPM success. Huh? And this is only for all you guys here who are here, right? Okay. And from this intro session, come join me for the 5-day live program where I train you end to end on the depth and the breadth of CAPM. All right. You will get the complete preparation, practice, and confidence to pass your CAPM exam. So far, my track record has been all my students, they get to pass. Okay. My track record. I am so proud. I'm so happy. So you saw my cert, right? I tried to recreate that for you. Okay. All right. So what we have planned is 3 weekend sessions, Saturday, Sunday, and we're going to do it face to face. Note, this is face to face. So the value you will see after this, a whole lot of other providers, they give something similar, but not face to face, online saja. But we're going to do it face to face. All right. And I can tell you this, the absorption from a face to face section is very much significantly more than you do an online session. All right. From experience, I can let you know. CAPM all MCQ question or have subjective question. CAPM fully MCQ 150 soalan. Okay, you sampai 75. Okay, I come back to English. At 75, they will ask you to review what 75 you've done already, and then you can take a 10-minute break. But you cannot go back to the 75, and then they'll start the new set of 75 questions. And then after that, you review that one and then finish. Okay, either you finish or the time will finish. And yes, immediately it will tell you whether you pass or fail. All right, the exam report will come a day later, sort of. Yeah, right? Yeah. Anything else? Right here. All right. What are the difference? CAPM versus PMP. Thank you. Yes, I memang nak cover benda ni. All right. 150 questions for all 4 pillars. Yes. All right. Now, CAPM versus PMP. If you do not have a lot of experience with project management yet, you are a fresher. All right. You are early in your PM journey. Maybe you're, like I saw one doctor just now, right? Who wants more information. So you're an expert in medicine. Yeah, fine. But now you're going into administrative. You're going into managing people, right? There, you do not have the prerequisite project management experience. Please do CAPM. All right. If you already have 36 months of experience out of 5 years prior to this, and you are well versed in all the science and the art of project management, then you can try and attempt PMP, because they need you to write one long essay telling what is your experience in all the 5 aspects of project management, and you have to put like 36 months out of 5 years. You have to show that and submit this to PMI before you can even take the exam. So there is a prerequisite for PMP. There is no prerequisite for CAPM. Okay. That being said, for both PMP and CAPM is the exact same book, exact same body of knowledge. It's the exact same. That means you do CAPM or you do PMP, you're going to learn the same thing. All right. What's the impact of this? If you are a seasoned project manager and then you get PMP, you sit in a room with other project managers, you are a head above. If you are a fresher or you don't have so much of experience in project management, but you have CAPM, you sit in a room of other people vying for that same position, you are a head above. Can you understand? On top of that, if you have CAPM in future, let's say from the point you get your CAPM or just before you started internship, you started your project management journey, after 36 months and I actually tell my students this, please journalize all the things that you are doing in your project management. What are you doing? Are you doing initiation? Are you doing monitoring and control? Are you doing closing? Are you doing executing? What are you doing? Journalize. After 36 months, you don't have to go for another course. You just apply for your PMP, take all your experience, send it to them, take the exam. Same bahan. Can you understand? If you've done CAPM, you don't have to take another course for PMP. You just go and take the exam. Does that answer your question? No. It covers different aspects. Yes, also for project management, but it covers different aspects. It's not the exact same. It's not the same. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Mama Hazik, yeah? Okay, you asked, this CAPM, is it the same with the CIDB CCPM? No, it is not. Okay, you have other frameworks that macam Prince 2. Okay, there's other frameworks. This CAPM is by PMI, Project Management Institute. Okay, and the same PMI that provides PMP, which is considered gold standard, okay, in terms of project management. Oh, the other thing I would like to say is CAPM will test you on knowledge, skills, tools, how to exactly use in a certain situation, how do you use this? In a certain situation, how do you use this? Okay. PMP is expecting that you have all this out of the way. The tools and all that you sudah pandai sangat. Then it will test you on strategies. Okay, it'll give you a scenario and ask you how would you react. So that's on a more strategic level. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the weekend sessions that we're going to do, 3 weekends. So it'll be Saturday, Sunday, and Saturday. Okay. 5 days. The mode will be live face to face. We can, but depending on your, your availability and what feedback we get from you, whether we should have blended, that means partly face to face and partly online, in case people find it hard to, attend, or you want it online, or you're happy for face to face, and we can work on that depending on your feedback. Kindly do give your feedback. Yeah. And venue, yes, to be confirmed based on your interests. All right. Class size, we are limiting for, I said that, maximum, I'll say 15, 20, max, no more than that. And I like smaller classes because the interaction actually enhances the learning experience. All right. For quality learning. All right. So what will you get when you take on RMJ Nexus program? This is the value you're getting, yeah? All right. You'll get 5-day live face-to-face training. And I'm telling you, this is a price you're not going to get anywhere else. All right. You'll get the companion pack, which is all the tools, your toolkit, the carpenter's toolkit. That's your toolkit. You'll get the PM Box 7th edition digital reference. We'll give you practice tests and mocks, and we will guide you through. Actually, I'll do them with you, right? So that you understand kenapa jawapan A bukan B, C, and D. Macam tu. All right. Templates and tools pack. You have 30 professional templates that you ready to use. Okay. You'll get your certificate of completion, which you need before you take your CAPM exam. Okay. And we'll give you post-training support as well. 30 days Q&A. You can get your doubts clarified. Okay. And the total value for this is 5,1. But because you came for the webinar today, all right, we are giving you at a very special price, which is 3,8. Okay. And for face-to-face, this is very rare. All right. Seriously. So please register your interest right now. The next cohort, I am starting in September/October, depending on your availability and your requests. Right. Is it worth it? investing in CAPM. This is an international credential. So it's not just for Malaysia. Anywhere in the world, you can go to US, you can go to Europe, you can go to Australia, you can go to Africa, you can go to China, you can go to India, you can go anywhere, and it is globally recognized. All right, CAPM. Definitely, you have increased career opportunities. As I told you, if you sit in a room full of other people vying for the same position, all right, just because you have CAPM, you are ahead above. Okay, higher earning potential, the same. Does it include the examination fee, Devraj Tolwani? No. This cost that we are giving you is only the training plus the toolkit plus the hours. You need your certification that you went through this. We're giving you this. We're giving you the full knowledge set, but not the exam. Okay, exam can be done by yourself. You can just go to the site pmi.org and just get it by yourself. Okay, it's a stronger foundation for PMP success. See, long ago when I got my PMP, right? We just do macam JIT kan I cakap kan JIT ya. You pick up on the job, OJT on the job. You pick up skills and stuff, and it's not quite complete enough for really doing your PMP. Okay, I did kind of like alamak macam-macam punya soalan. All right. But with CAPM, I can tell you a PMP will be a breeze. All right. Is it cover the 14 hours learning? No, 23 hours is what you need. Okay, and definitely we are covering because we are doing 5 days. All right, more than covering, no problems. Can use account to KWSP. Okay, to get. Okay, hold on. I think this one, let me check with the RMJ whether that is possible or not. And okay, Azhar, we will check on that. I will check and let you know. You please note Mama Aziz, yeah? Mama Aziz, yes, okay. Excuse me. You can apply your skills in any industry. In an industry where things are certain, you apply whatever industry or situation where things are uncertain, you apply agile. And you can do both. where you're sure of is waterfall, where you're not sure of is agile. So any industry, all right? And definitely it will build a lot of confidence and professional credibility. Okay, if you check out, oh, saya CAPM. Yes, wow, okay. All right, so CAPM is your gateway to a growing and a rewarding career. I thoroughly encourage you to get it. Okay, so this some of our learners have said this lah, right? Okay. Angkat bakul sendiri. Okay, so are you ready to take the next step? Please book your spot now. Okay, we are here waiting. Join the intro session. Get all your questions answered and secure your seat for the 5-day live program that will make a huge difference and change in your career. Okay, book an appointment and register your interest. The QR code is here for you to scan and book your slot. Okay, we have limited slots, first come, first serve. All right. So the demo session, what you get? You'll get a live session with me. You get personalized guidance for your CAPM preparation and preview of the next step in the learning pathway. And these are the demo slots. First Monday of the month, second Tuesday of the month, third Wednesday of the month, fourth Thursday of the month, and fifth Friday of the month. Get your slot now. Yeah. After 5-day live program, okay, Inor Shazwana bin Suhairi, right. After 5-day live program, can we direct take the exam in PMI? Yes. Yes. If you feel if you can express and you feel confident in, because bahan banyak ya, okay, if you feel you are confident to take the exam, say in a week, go right ahead, that's enough. All right, the only difference here is your own preparedness, that's all. Okay, as far as I do the 5 days, you will be prepared. Right? Okay. Nak tengok balik ke? I go back to, is it okay? Yes. You please scan this QR code for the demo slot, okay? Any more questions? I'm sorry, I just joined. Can you share this session's recording to me? Mawadi. Okay, or I think Azhar will liaise with you, yeah? All right. Okay. Credit card installment. Also, Azhar will. Okay, yes. Installment basically means you ada, yes, correct. Dia bayar dulu and then dekat sana dia. Will exam go online or in person? I missed that part. Oh, Aiman, the exam, okay. There's two ways you can take the exam. All right. One is, and I suggest you do this because I personally find it way more comfortable, okay, sitting in comfortable clothes in my room taking an exam, okay, because those days, I told you, the early days when I took my PMP, okay, I have to go to exam center, which is somewhere else, and there's other people, and then they take my bag lah, very stressed. I would strongly suggest, just take it in the comfort of your own home, your own room, okay? Yes. So that exam would be online proctored. Okay, online proctored means when you book the exam, they will ask you to check your system. Okay, they'll check your system, they'll check your network, they'll check your audio, they'll check your video, everything will be checked. And if that first check you have to do, and then you can go for the exam. All right. The exam you can take the next day or a week later or whenever. All right. And what will happen when you start the exam? Somebody will be watching you, a proctor will be watching you. All right. So they will check whether you cannot, your workplace must be clean. Okay, no clutter. They'll ask you to take picture left, right, front, back, semua. Okay, to make sure there's nobody else in the room. I would suggest locking the door. I would suggest taking your phone, putting on silent, please. All right, doing all these things so that there is no assumption of cheating. All right, a proctor will be checking on you while you do the exam. It's an online proctored exam. Pretty simple, actually. Yeah. Right. Any other questions? CAPM is not like competent person level, right? I don't understand. Can you please? Sorry. Yeah, CAPM is not like competent person level, right? What do you mean by that? I don't understand. CAPM is for project management competency, where you learn the underlying principles, the concepts behind project management. you also learn exactly all the tools and all the skills in every section that you need. Is very comprehensive for you to be able to do project management. Okay, I can tell you this from experience. If in those days, if they had this course, okay, I would have just gone for it. It's like you cover everything and you know when to use what tool. All right. Okay. Yes, it helps you with your competency.
Good morning, Miss. My name is
Yes.
Gurunathan.
Mm-hmm.
So just now I registered this CAMP in online free courses. So how this? These
Okay.
free
So
courses get
you
exam, Miss.
sorry?
This free course get exam.
No, no, no. The first of all, this is a free webinar.
Yeah.
All right. And then we continue next to give you more answers, more clarification. That's the
In
demo
5 days.
slot.
In 5 days.
No, the 5 days is a paid course.
Paid course for all in free online seminar.
Yes, it's not free. It's a 5 day training, CAPM training before you take the exam.
Or before take the exam.
Yeah, and the exam you can schedule. You can pay for it, and then you can schedule it on your own at your prepared when you feel prepared. When you feel you are ready, you can go online pmi.org. Because you have already done this course with RMJ, you will have the certificate that says you have the 23-hour mandatory contact hours. You upload to the site and then you can do the exam.
Yeah.
The
The
exam you
application
schedule
is
yourself.
okay.
Exam you schedule yourself. When you pay for the exam on pmi.org, okay, they'll open up for you. Okay, when do you want to take your exam? Today, tomorrow, day after, from what time to what time, what time to what time, what time to what time. They have so many slots. So as long as the slot there is empty space, because it's proctored, you see, so they have to prepare the proctor. So
Yeah.
you pick the day, you pick the time, and you're on.
Okay.
Okay.
After I get the exam, right?
Mhm.
The payment exam, the real exam, right?
Yes, that's the real exam. Yes.
That is real exam. Now this 5 day class, I get certificate or not?
You get certificate of attendance, which you need when you want to take the CAPM exam. See, the CAPM exam, they expect you already have done a 23-hour course.
The
If you
practical
don't
on.
do the course, you cannot take the exam.
Okay, this one, the new practical exam lah, courses, the practical exam class, right?
Yes. So in this class, you will learn concept and practical. I will give you homework, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, I hope that's clear. Any renewal annual fee for CAPM or PMP? Okay, your renewal will be the PMI membership. All right. Your CAPM cert, when you get it, it will be valid for 3 years. All right. I am PMO analyst, also handling RAG report. Okay. Earn value graph issue. Am I qualified in taking the exam certification? Thank you. All right. So, like I said, perhaps you have the science of it. There's also the art of it. All right. Earn value graph. That means if you see earn value graph, that's for predictive. Are you familiar in agile as well? All right. So what CAPM gives you is a thorough understanding and skills for predictive, as well as thorough understanding and skills for adaptive, and thorough understanding and skills for uh, business analysis. Right? Of course, and core concepts, of course. Yeah. So the 4 pillars. So covers everything. If you have all those 4 covered, you still need a 23-hour course before you can take CAPM exam. Anyway. Yeah. For the 5 paid course, can we select the date from September and choose online or in-person learning, right? Aiman, yeah. Kurang faham. Okay, so the first cohort, the very first cohort, we want to do it face-to-face to give you maximum value. But in the event you feel that you want to do online and you feel that better suits your needs, then just let us know. Give us feedback. We'll get back to you. Yeah, we'll see how we can manage the cohorts that, if online is the better learning mode for you, the timing and everything, we'll try how to accommodate that. Okay. If we do not take training 5-day program with RMJ, the courses have in PMI website for 23 hours credit hours. There are other courses, yes. And yes, they have 23 credit hours. But number one, it is not in Malaysian context. And let me put it this way. All right. There are a lot of words there, but understanding those words is where the value comes in, because we give Malaysian context, Malaysian experience, okay, not just Malaysian, but overseas as well. But that experience behind the words is what actually makes the words be relevant to you. So, yes, there are other courses out there. I'm not saying no, there are. But what you get from this course would be the wealth of real life experience, which brings the words to reality. Okay, and which then makes sure that, which basically enhances your understanding and make sure that you really are prepared for your project management journey and also for your exam. So that's what you get here. After 3 years, we need to renew again, or
I have the question is,
yeah.
the journey is 3 years, Miss. On the 3 years journey is online or direct practical?
Okay. I'm not exactly sure, but are you the one who asked the questions? Prem Naidu. Okay. Now, what does this mean about 3 years? About 36? Are you talking about TMP?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So someone asked something similar. I'm going to answer both questions together. Yeah. All right. So Prem Naidu has asked, after 3 years, need to renew again or can go to PMP? Hey, 3 years is 36 months. If you have done your CAPM, you have these skills, and you are already you don't have to be a project manager to show project management skills. You can be in a project team and you can still demonstrate, write the essay, and you can demonstrate that you have had experience in executing. You had experience in monitoring and control. Okay, you've had experience perhaps helping with closing, helping with initiating. All that you can put in your essay that after that 36 months, which means after 3 years, please use this knowledge and skill that you got from CAPM and go for your PMP. No need to redo CAPM again. No, please go for PMP. You don't have to go for another course. Journalize your experience and go for the PMP. Go for the exam. It's the same material, is exactly the same. Maybe you refresh what you learned in CAPM, sudah cukup. You understand? If you have CAPM, you don't have to take a course before PMP. If you don't have CAPM, you have to take a course before PMP. Is that clear? If you pass your CAPM, you got CAPM, you don't have to take another course before you go for PMP. You just have to demonstrate 36 months of experience doing project management. Benefits for PMI membership. Would you recommend having it in taking CAPM? I do recommend. I do recommend because if you are really serious about your journey, okay, you get networking with the PMI charter. You actually rub shoulders with people doing project management. If you're also in business, that's very good because it's networking, right? And on top of that, you not only you get discount for your CAPM exam, later when you do PMP pun you dapat discount juga. Might as well lah. Okay, and then you get your PDUs because when you do the PMI membership, there will be lots of courses and stuff. For instance, there are even some free webinars and stuff. They ask you to watch and you get your PDUs because you're a member. It's worth it. It's worth it. Take the PMI membership. Okay. Is the 36-month are to be compiled into a logbook? You have to, it's your own logbook. It's your own logbook. Okay, you journalize for yourself because they will expect there's I can't remember how many words, long time back, 12,200 words or something, a long essay you have to write. Now, if you didn't log, you didn't journalize your experience, masa tu you kena, scratch your head and what did I do? When did I do? It's a big headache. If you've already got it in journal, all you need to do is just transfer. Kan? Sebab tu. So the logbook is your own, but the essay needs to be written for PMI. And what they will do, they will randomly pick people's essays and check whether you really have that experience. They will check your references, call your references and ask whether this person actually work in this project, in this company. Did they really do this? So please, no tipu-tipu, okay? That's why I say journalize. Yeah. So if we got CAPM, the 35 hours training requirement for PMP doesn't apply. Yes. Yep. CAP is already, you're on the path. Thank you, mate, for answering all my questions. Oh, thank you very well. Thank you. Thank you, Shaswana. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I think it's a wrap for now. Kindly give us your feedback. All right. We're looking forward to your feedback regarding this course, regarding what I've given to you, and also regarding the course and what you would like to see or expect, or what mode you'd like. Please give us your feedback. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Shamala, for the wonderful sharing session and very inspiring CAPM. Yeah, I also want to take the CAPM. If you guys enroll, then I'll join you guys in the class. Okay, quick one. We want to have. Sorry. I want to spotlight myself. Spotlight for everyone. All right. I want to have a Zoom picture. Kita nak tangkap gambar. Boleh tak? I invite everyone to open up their camera, turn on their camera. Okay. I'll count 2, 3, and then you guys can smile or post or whatsoever. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right. More coming. I'll snap every second of it. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. All right, candid. 1, 2, 3. All right, nice. Okay, with that, I'll ending this session. Oh yeah, okay, we got one more question. Shamala, okay. What to fill in organization part? Oh yeah, no, that one technical. If you are not from organization, then then say individual lah. Okay. Scan the QR code, then I'll be contacting you guys later on. Okay, thank you very much. With that, I'm ending this session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and goodbye, good day. Bye. Have a good weekend as well.
Goals as the outcome, and now looking at how a leader should actually work towards getting those achievements. That's the importance of leadership.
RMJ Nexus, global we rise. RMJ Nexus, reaching the skies. Move a purpose, lead the way, we building tomorrow, starting today. We are the spark, we are the light, turning ideas into action bright. With every mind and every hand, we build the future across the land. From training rooms to digital dreams, we power people, we strengthen teams. With WSG and AI in motion, we move the world with bold devotion. Integrity in every stride, excellence we carry with pride. Collaboration lights our way, collaboration wins the day. Rise, rise, RMJ Nexus, rise. Together we shine, together we fly. Global vision, future strong, this is our journey, this is our song. Rise, with passion and fire, lifting the nation, reaching higher. RMJ Nexus, shining through, the future begins with me and you. We lead with knowledge, we grow with heart, transforming lives, playing our part for business, talent, and sustainability. We create impact with responsibility, from strategy to execution. We bring intelligent solutions with every program, every stage. We turn a new and brighter page. One mission, one energy, one team, one destiny. Empower minds, unlock the way. RMJ Nexus leads the day. Rise, RMJ Nexus, rise. Together we shine, together we fly. Global vision, future strong, this is our journey, this is our song. Rise, with passion and fire, lifting the nation, reaching higher. The Nexus shining through, the future begins with me and you. Global we rise. RMJ Nexus, reaching the sky. Energy, impact, future in view. RMJ Nexus, we lead with you.